This man found a size 45 high heel. Forget him, even I want to see the owner. After putting it on, he turns into a drag queen. That figure is truly impressive. This man has a special ability. No matter whose shoes he wears, he becomes the owner. Wearing dress shoes, he becomes a black man. Switching shoes, he turns into a handsome old gentleman. If he wears a dead person's shoes, he ends up like this. This man's name is Mike. Just a day ago, he didn't have this power. He was just an ordinary cobbler, repairing shoes for 20 years, single for 30 years, envying his customers, young and handsome, accompanied by beautiful women, picked up by luxury cars. He envied them so much. If he was dead or alive. Mike didn't know what his dad left him was more powerful than money. One day, a man named Blake came to repair his shoes. Seeing Mike staring at the big logo on his watch, he showed off. "See this watch? Selling it could buy 3 of your shoe stores, and I have a whole collection at home. I've never seen such an arrogant customer." Before leaving, he even threatened, "If you don't fix my shoes properly, guy sneaked into his girlfriend's house, only to find she was taking a bath. Hearing Mike suddenly came back, she invited him to help scrub her back. Mike got excited, but as he was taking off his pants, he looked at the shoes on his feet and remembered he couldn't take them off. He quickly pulled up his pants and ran away. Don't laugh. It's not that he couldn't do it, but because he wasn't really her boyfriend. Once he took off the shoes, he would turn back into Blake, the cobbler. By wearing different people's shoes, Blake had experienced many lives. But over time, Blake had enough. After all, at home, he still had a mother to take care of. His mother, old and frail, spent her days in a wheelchair, mentally unstable, and didn't have much time left. Blake wanted to fulfill her wishes before she passed away, but his mother said she wanted nothing except to have dinner with her husband one last time. Blake's father had been missing for over 20 years, his whereabouts unknown. In desperation, Blake took out his father's shoes. For the first time, that magical ability had a special purpose. This time, he decided to fulfill his mother's final wish as his father. In the evening, his mother dressed up and Blake put on the shoes, appearing as his father. Seeing her husband, who had been missing for over 20 years, his mother was astonished.
Bist du daheim?
Of course I'm home. We have a date.
I missed you so much.
I'm here now.
But where did you go?
I went for Paris. Remember?
Yes, of course.
They had a wonderful candlelight dinner, danced their most romantic dance, as if they had never been apart. with eyes only for each other. After fulfilling her heartfelt wish, his mother passed away peacefully the next day. After a simple funeral, Blake returned to his shoe shop. Blake angrily escaping, Mike accidentally kicked the red high heel. It pierced Blake's artery, killing him. Now it was serious. Someone was dead. Mike ran to the police to surrender, but when they returned to the crime scene, the body was gone. The room was spotless. Mike returned to his shop, confused. He found the high heels and dirty money neatly on his counter. To get rid of the trouble, he transformed into the drag queen. He decided to return the money to the developer, Crystal, but as he was about to get into a taxi, the barber stopped him. The barber scolded Mike, saying his shop was always closed and he was running around. Mike said he had urgent business and had to leave. The barber refused to let him go. He said Mike was just like his dad before he disappeared. He warned Mike not to follow in his dad's footsteps, not to mess with the wrong people. But Mike was determined. No matter what, he had to find Crystal. This the headlines for threatening residents, ruining her reputation. She now faced legal consequences. Mike transformed into the late Blake. He planned to use Blake's dirty money for good, but he ran into Blake's enemies. They tied him up. In a moment of crisis, when he woke up, the barber had saved him. Mike was confused. The barber took off his shoes. He was Mike's long-lost father. All these years, he took care of Mike and his mother. He disguised as their neighbor. He feared retribution from enemies. Blake's body disappeared thanks to Mike's father. Now the time was right. He revealed a family secret. In the basement were shoes passed down through generations. Each pair had a prestigious name, like Baseball Prince or Soccer Star. With these shoes, Mike could become anyone. This movie is called The Cobbler's Life. The plot is lighthearted and humorous, but also full of warmth. It teaches a simple truth. The same shoe does not fit everyone. Just like life, only you know your own size. Comfortable or not, only you can tell.